All right, welcome back, everybody. Johnny Torres, Hott on the block. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I have a special guest with us. We have two special guests online. We have Hot Kitty Katt, Tifanny Stiger on the line with us. Also joining us, our
Yeah.
partner and recording artist, Doc Dizzle. Welcome to the show, guys. Hot on the block.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Not
Thank
out on the
you.
block.
All right. Why don't you let everybody know in your own words before we get into your stories and what are you currently working on in your own words. Please let everybody know who you are.
Well, basically, I'm by nature, my passion and my love is in music. I love music. That's like my soul. That's what, I'm inspired by, like, listening to different music. Like, it's just my passion. It's my number one choice. And I am a model. I do fashion shows, runways. I've done different magazine publications. I've done, a lot of different things throughout Hollywood. I've done, magazines that's based out of Florida. I've done, like, numerous projects that I've worked on with different sources. And I've also done acting and roles in movies and, just out there doing my thing, just basically trying to show people that, hey, I can do this, that, and the other, and, jack of all trades, I guess is what you could say.
Okay. Can you just remind everybody how they can get in contact with you or how they can learn more about your brand?
Yes, absolutely. In terms of like my brand, I'm always on social media, like showing the world what I'm working on. Like if you want to check me out, you can Google me. I have tons of pages on Google and things that pulls up my information. I'm on Instagram, and you have to be mindful of the way I spell my name because it's not the way, it's normally spelled. Like, it's Hot Kitty Katt, and that's Hott, and then Kitty spelled the same Kitty, and then the cat is spelled with a K instead of a C. So you've got to be mindful of that in order to find me properly on social media. But if you want to find me on Twitter, I have it's Hot Kitty Katt, but it's at Tifanny Stiger, which is is my name, and that's what I go by in acting. So that's Tiffamy, and then it's Stiger. It's basically spelled like tiger, but with the S in front. And that's the best route to go about finding me. You can Google me, or you can go on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I got my Facebook page for my fans, and it keeps everyone updated with future and upcoming projects that I do have coming up, which is Hot Kitty Katt. So you can look that up on Facebook, and you'll find me. And that's basically updates everybody on my projects, my new features, my new singles that's dropping, which I have downloaded. That it just came out June 10th, and it's already getting played on the radio station globally. And it's been playing, every day since it's dropped. And before it's dropped, and we have pre-orders on it, so it's definitely going down with that.
Very cool. Doc Dizzle, in your own words, can you let the people know who is Doc Dizzle?
All right, Doc Sizzle. I'm a rap artist up out of Compton, California. I'm also CEO of an independent company, Involve Records. Doing my thing right now. I have a EP getting ready to drop July the 4th called Independent Hustler. Also got a single that's about to drop in 2 weeks called Keep Rolling. It's a remake of the Gap Band. The Gap Band is a good friend of mine. Been working with those dudes for over the past years. Robert Wilson, rest in peace, was a close friend of mine. So, just doing my thing, staying involved. Started off with legendary singer Barry White. He did management on me. Schooled me and taught me a lot of the music industry and the game, how things work. So, just trying to keep that positive energy and keep it moving forward.
Very cool, very cool. So can you just remind everybody, how they could learn more about your brand?
You can learn more about my brand. You can definitely go to my website, which is involverecords.com. You can check me out there and get a little bit of info on what I've done in the past and some of the artists that I work with as well.
All right. So guys, can you just let everybody know what are you guys currently working on now?
Well, me myself, like I said, I'm working on it. Go ahead, Kitty.
Oh, you can go ahead, because you're going to let them know what's going down, and I could give them some more information on that.
Well, right now, we working basically, like I said, I have the EP coming out, the Independent Hustler. That's dropping July the 4th. Also the single rolling. And, we're putting on a lot of events. We're doing red carpet events all over. Also got some movie stuff we're working on with Tifanny. And just different things like that, keeping ourselves out there in the game, staying busy.
Absolutely.
So
and,
how
I was just going to say that me and Doc Sizzle have been working so hard to show people, because a lot of artists are not educated on this music game. And so we've been working together because we're both very honest and trustworthy people, and we're very loyal, in our network and to people that we work with, and we deliver real results. We've been working together to help artists to maximize, their exposure. So we've created our own business, our own website, to where we do marketing for artists, music artists, and we really get the job done because we were so sick of wasting our own money, trying to get people to market us and get our music out there, that we just took that in our own hands and said, you know what, we're going to do this ourselves. We're going to make those moves because we're sick of wasting money with people that didn't give us the real results. So what we did is we have our site, which is called Elite, ELITE, Music Promotions.com. So that's EliteMusicPromotions.com. And on our site, what we do is we offer artists a different avenue of things and sources that they can get into and do in terms of marketing and branding and making their career elevate and move to the next level. Because we were sick and tired of people saying, hey, I'm with this label, I'm with that label, and they're not really with that label or anything, or even if they have that type of distribution, they're not doing anything to move the record. So what we do is we help and maximize artists so that they can be able to get the type of exposure that they need. And if they need anything in terms of videos or different things, we create those as well. So that's what we've been working on lately, because we were trying to deliver something in a proven system that actually works. So that's what we've been really working hard for, and we've been having artists that have been signing up for the services and so surprised and happy with the results. And so, we've been moving forward with that and trying to maximize that. So, that's another thing that we wanted to make sure that you understood, because it's so important to artists that they maximize their exposure,
Okay, that's very cool, because a large portion of our audience are recording artists or are independent brands. Can you just elaborate maybe on some of the challenges that some of these recording artists have? Because it seems that online, now everybody's a recording artist, but there's
right.
a line between amateurs and there's a line between professionals. To me, I just see that it has become a trend, and there's just a lot of music out there. But maybe can you give us some of the challenges and elaborate exactly on what separates an amateur from a professional?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of challenges that artists face in the music industry today, is the fact that they've been miseducated and misguided by somebody that's probably an amateur themselves that is just trying to, collect and say, hey, I'm with this record label. And they'll throw big names out there, and they might even have a fake badge that says that they are, but that doesn't mean that they're actually with that label. And so a lot of artists, they don't understand the difference between having a major record label deal and just distribution. Because, for example, people will throw a big name out there and say, hey, I'm with this label, and say, hey, I could get you major distribution. But what people don't know is distribution is nothing but putting your music out there, like making it available. But if you're making music available without marketing it, it makes no sense to make music available if you don't have marketing behind you. Like, I could say, hey, I'm going to put you with the biggest distribution company, and they're going to have your music available in all stores. But if I don't have marketing behind you to get you out there and get your name out there and to get you booked on different things and to put you in publications like magazines, you need to be, in magazines or on the cover. You need to be having some type of exposure to where people can check you out. If you don't have those sources available and then you're distributed, then it makes no sense to be distributed if you're not out there with proper marketing. Because if you put something out there for distribution and your album's not looking like it's moving nowhere, you can't get no record deal anyway. Because record deals, large labels don't sign people that can't move units. So you got to be able to prove that you can move units for you to get a deal. So if that's not working for you, then you need to find something that's going to work for you, which is getting proper marketing. And that is what me and Sizzle's been working on together, because we both are very honest people, and we're going to tell the artist straight up, if we can't do it for you, we're not going to say that we can. Like, we know what we can do and what we can't do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that is definitely a lot of challenges that a lot of artists face. I get that all the time, and I explain it to them, and some of them still don't get it. Oh, yeah, but I just want that name behind me, because if I tell people I'm this person and then I'm with this label, then it makes me look good. It's like, okay, but you're not really with that label. Distribution is not the same as having a major record label deal. And that's a lot of, problems that a lot of artists face, is because they don't understand the difference. And, like, we try to educate artists on trying to understand the difference between what's needed and what's needed to progress and elevate you to the next level. Now, if you got a song that's hot, and it's not at the right beats per minute, and it's not, it's not a song that we could put on a major radio station, then, hey, we're going to have to put it on actual internet stations, because internet stations don't have the same guidelines as actual FM huge stations do. Like, there's some people that they send me material and it's not mixed and mastered right, and I tell them, hey, if you want it on this radio station, they're not going to go for it, but hey, if you want it on these internet stations, hey, it might work. Because they don't have the same guidelines as, major radio stations do. So that's a lot of challenges that artists just don't know. And Doc, if you want to add, because I know you're an expert at this, if you want to add your input on it, because I know you have a lot of information to share on that as well, you can definitely, let people know what's good with that.
Sure. One thing that I feel it's about, too, is branding yourself, which a lot of artists don't understand. And it's about building up your name, because nowadays everything turns off of numbers and the track record that you have. A lot of artists don't understand that, the major companies are only looking at numbers. They're looking at either you having a big tour support, or either your BDS, which most artists don't even know what BDS is, which is the radio spins. That have to be up and major. They want to see your song being played so many times per day, or sound scan, which means you selling records. I think nowadays these companies, they just about jumping on what's going, and I think that's why you really do hear a different sound in the music industry, which a lot of artists and companies and people feel like, why has the music changed? But that's definitely one reason why you hear a different sound, is because somebody liked that music, or somebody's buying it, or is moving somewhere. So, my thing is, I would tell artists the challenge definitely is branding yourself, getting yourself out there, getting your name out there. the music is what counts too, but it's about branding yourself, having the right people. 80% of this music industry is really just who you know. So definitely with that being said, I would say get out, do all the networking you can, make yourself visual in as many places as you can to build your brand up.
All right. I mean, I definitely.
Hello?
Yes, guys. Why do you do what you do?
Hello?
You kind of went in and out.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I think we had a better. You said, why do we do what we do? Well,
Yes.
I mean, I do what I do because it's something that I love. It's something, music. I was really inspired by some of the best, and I just love doing it because, it's a passion that I have, and I like to just see the results of the world. When they hear the music that we come with, that's definitely something different, and just seeing, by music being something that people really enjoy, it's like something that comes to your mind, and it takes you to another level. And me personally, just seeing that feel and that vibe that people feel and the enjoyment they get out of it, that's what really inspired me, as to try to be the best of an artist and just give the people what they really want to hear and see.
Absolutely. And I love music. Like, I grew up with a household of music people, like my brother, my dad, my auntie, and everybody that, were music lovers. And I grew up just being inspired by music and just watching great talent and just seeing how I wanted to get myself out there, because I knew I had what it takes, in terms of writing and in terms of singing and rapping and stuff like that. So music was always in my heart and my soul to do it, and the passion has always been there.
What do you guys want to be remembered for? Kind of, maybe not leaning towards the end of life, but, what do you guys want to, what do you want people to know you guys for? What do you guys?
That's a good question. I would definitely want people to know me for being able to put good quality out there, and being able to write my own material, because there's a lot of artists that I'm noticing that they don't even write any songs themselves. So I want to be a unique, different type of artist, that I bring good quality and I write my own material, and someone that puts good music out there and puts something out there that's versatile, that is not just focused on one thing and just one style, that I'm putting different types of music out there. I'm putting different types of songs, from something that you could play, in a club that might sound like, a real club dancey type of stuff, and something that's more real and that has a good real life story behind it. So I want to be known as someone that puts good versatile music out there, that's changing, that elevating, it's getting better and better.